Hello and welcome to the Ellen Made Book Club. I'm starting a vlog today and I'm not sure if it's just gonna be the day or the week or the month or whatever. I just wanted to talk to you a bit about the books that I've started, and yeah, I have some things to get done today as well. I'm having a bit of an off day, or like my energy is like buzzing. I find it hard to just sit down and do like work tasks today, so I decided to just sort of follow my energy and do things that I feel like doing today, and hopefully I can still have a productive day, or like an even more productive day that way, because I'm not like working against myself. It's about 1:30 now and I haven't gotten a lot done today. I did cut my hair a little bit, like trim the ends because they were looking rough, and yeah, my hair never looks amazing, but it looks better at least. I have some clothes that I ordered, like workout clothes and things that I needed, so I want to like try on the last of those and then just, you know, decide what to keep or not, and then return the ones that I don't want to keep. And then I have some other errands at the like post thing, and I also need to return a book to the library. Sadly, I've just started Jaded by Ela Lee, and I'm really enjoying it, or like I really liked the first chapter. There were a few paragraphs that really like caught my interest, or like that I appreciated. The whole chapter caught my interest, and so yeah, I do want to keep reading this, but someone else wants to borrow it and I just haven't had time to read it. But yeah, the first chapter, like while I'm here, takes place at this like office party that's mentioned in the premise, so I like that it's just, you know, just thrown into it immediately. There's no like long boring build up to whatever. You know, we're at the office party and she's there with, no, she's not there with, but she's sat next to this like big shot guy at the company, and he's being a really creepy dude and asking personal questions and just like alluding to things, and you know, bleh. And then there's another male coworker there that she had been working with over the summer and that she's a bit attracted to, it seems like, but she has a boyfriend, so she's trying to keep a distance from him and that potential situation. But yeah, he's being nice to her. Then the night ends and we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I really liked the writing. Let me see if I can find the... So here's a conversation between her boss and her, and she calls herself Jade, and he, you know, keeps pouring her wine and things. And yeah, so he says, "Miss Jady, what fun plans do you have on for the weekend?" David asked, while he ceremoniously swirled, sniffed, and sipped the Cabernet taster that was paired with our minute steak main. "Miss Jady, delighted to announce my debut as one of the Muppets. Not much. I'm seeing my parents tomorrow, then probably a relaxed Sunday. I was seeing Kit on Sunday, but it was best not to mention a boyfriend to avoid being typecast into either A, tragic girl who is obsessed with her boyfriend, who by the way has not proposed yet, or B, up herself, she thinks I was coming on to her, so she's dropped the boyfriend card." I just think that says a lot about the conversation and the environment at her workplace, and just, you know, weird questions that you have to navigate and be afraid of how you're going to be judged for the answer, even though it's like such a simple thing. Like, I have a boyfriend and so I'm going to spend the day with him. That's not a weird thing to say, but she still has to like tread lightly to, you know, avoid being typecast into certain things. So yeah, I definitely want to keep reading this. I also read a chapter in my other book from the library, which is We Will Be Jaguars by Nemonte Nenquimo, which is a memoir about a climate activist, an indigenous woman who works to save the rainforest from big oil companies, basically. Or that's my understanding of it. I haven't read it yet, but the first chapter was really interesting. I think she's like 6 years old in this first chapter, and she talks about white people coming to the village, you know, from the sky. So she has this image of white people living in the sky because that's the only way they arrive, like via plane. And she's also questioning the fact that these white missionaries come and they say that they're going to save them, and she's like, save us from what? Like, we're kind of fine. It's a really intriguing and gripping start, so I definitely want to read this, and I think I can keep this for the rest of June at least, and then I have to return it, but yeah, I'm determined to read this month. I also started Meet Me at the Crossroads by Megan Giddings, which I'm not really sure about. There is a lot of discussion about religion, I feel like, and it's about these two twin sisters, and then these doors appear in the world that lead to some other kind of world, or like some people go through the doors and come back, and some people go through the doors and don't come back, and they're kind of hearing voices. So it's like, is going through the door going to the other side, like people who have passed over to the other side, and can you bring the dead back and things like that. One of the twin sisters has grown up with her mother and they're Christian, and then the other twin sister has grown up with her dad, and they are more of a new, like the blue door religion that's taken shape from these doors popping up. I'm not loving it so far, but I'm also not disliking it, so I don't know. There's a lot of information about the two twin sisters and who's who, and it's still not really, I mean, they are twin sisters, so it would make sense to sort of mix them up a little bit, but there's just a lot of like, this sister would do this and this sister would do that, but it's not really taking place, and there's not like scenes to exemplify how different they are. It's just like information, and so I'm not really loving that. Other than that, I think it's fine, and I'll probably keep listening to it for a while and just see what I think. But there are some other audiobooks that I would like to get to soon as well, like Great Black Hope is out, and I think The Ghostwriter is also available, so yeah, I might start those later and see what I think of them. But yeah, the book that I've read the most in is Rabbit Hole by Kate Brody. I'm really enjoying this a lot. There have been a couple of places where I feel like they missed something in editing. Like, that was just a sentence that I marked. This is like in the middle of a scene, but it just says, I'm following this person through the doors to the patio area I passed on my way in, where a single concrete picnic table sits, covered in bird shit. And then the next sentence is, this person, name, plops down at a dirty picnic table, and I join her. I feel like it's either one of those sentences, or it should be the dirty picnic table, because she's already said that there's only one. So it's like, it's nothing to do with the story. It's just, yeah, something that I feel like was missed in the editing, and that just makes me think that, oh, there's a person who wrote this, and then there were editors, and I don't want to be thinking about that when I'm reading a book. But other than that, I'm really enjoying the story, which is kind of a horrible story, so I don't mean to laugh, but like, I'm having a good time reading this. We're following a woman called Teddy, and her father has just taken his own life by going off a bridge with his car. And this was on the 10-year anniversary of Teddy's sister going missing, Angie. And Teddy finds out that her dad had been trying to solve the mystery, basically, of Angie's disappearance, and that he had been doing things online and like being part of like Reddit communities, or there are Reddit, what do you call it, like posts, threads, where people are discussing the case of Angie's disappearance, and so Teddy is like trying to follow the clues and making connections, and yeah, trying to figure out what happened to her sister. It's a bit of mixed media, so we're getting like texts and Reddit threads and things and clues, and yeah, it's not like super high level, but it's very readable, and it's easy, and it's fun, and there is also like a darkness to it, and there's grief and Teddy's relationship with her mother, and this new guy that she's met, and like, yeah, it's just had a few different elements, but they all like flow together very easily, and yeah, it's readable, and it's suspenseful, and we're getting little clues, and I really like it. So yeah, I'm having a good time with this, and I'm on page like about 150, I think. So that's where I'm at with my reading so far, and now I need to get some things done. And I'm the kind of person that like, when I have a day off, I get it into my head that I can do 10,000 things. So I have a long list of things, and I would like to vacuum the house and clean the bathrooms and clean the kitchen, and we'll see how much I can get done. But first of all, I need to try on the clothes and decide what to keep, and then get going to the post place and the library. So I've tried everything on, and I'm keeping a bunch and returning a bunch, and I've registered that and packed it in a box. So now I just need to go send that off. It's time to do some laundry, so I think I'm gonna get that started before I leave. And then I also need to pick up some things from the grocery store. Maybe I said that already, I don't know. And then I need to eat when I come back home, I think, because I am getting hungry. Trying on clothes is so exhausting. But I'm glad I got that done now, because that box has been staring at me for a couple of weeks, and yeah, now that's done. And I have some clothes to work out in, or at least like pants. So that's good. I think I'm gonna listen to Meet Me at the Crossroads while I'm out and about doing my errands. But first I need to start the laundry, so let's do that. So I did all my errands. I returned the package with the clothes, and I sent the other thing from the post office, and then I went to the library and returned my book, and there was another book there that had become available, so I could pick that up. I'm going to read that for another video project thing. Took out the trash, and I went grocery shopping, and I just needed to get some like soap and things, and some veggies and pasta and things. Anyways, never mind. I was going to say something. Yes, on the way home, I just saw so many flowers like along the road. So I'm just gonna go park the car, and then I'm gonna go pick some flowers, I think, because I'm feeling in the mood to like clean, and it would be so nice to have some flowers on the kitchen table or something. And I looked at the flowers in the store, but they all looked, a bit, I didn't want to pay for those. So yeah, let's just pick some flowers for free instead. And yeah, let's see what we can find. I think I said I was going to listen to Meet Me at the Crossroads while I was out, but I forgot my headphones. But I did get some flowers. Some of them are really sticky, like these purple ones. Some of them have like bugs on them, and yeah, I didn't want to pick too many of those. But I just got a couple for the color, and yeah, I think they look really nice. I'm done with all of my errands out of the house, so now I need to eat, and then maybe get to some cleaning, and maybe I can listen to an audiobook then. I think I have some spaghetti and some like soy meat sauce. I forgot to put the spaghetti in the fridge last night, so it's been sitting out for a day, but I think it's gonna be fine. We'll see. Living on the edge over here. That's fine, right? I mean, it looks gross because the lighting is bad here, but yeah, I'm just gonna chance. It's now about 6:30. I've had my pasta bolognese vegan edition and done some little things. I like picked up some things. I still need to put away some groceries from before, and I need to hang the laundry because that just got done. And what else do I need to do? I was going to vacuum and do the bathrooms, and so I'm gonna try to do that. We'll see how far I get and how long my energy lasts. I've changed into clothes that I can clean in, so yeah. I know I said before when I was picking the flowers that I was like in a cleaning mood. I'm not anymore. but I do have my headphones, so I'm gonna listen to Meet Me at the Crossroads for a bit and see if I want to finish it. It is a book that I'm reading for one of the prompts on the Savage Prompts challenge, the one to read a book with twins as main characters, and I don't really have a lot of options for that prompt, so I kind of want to finish it just for that reason, and also because I don't really read a lot of sci-fi, like that kind of sci-fi with sort of portals and things like that. I'm kind of procrastinating now because I don't want to do all the things, but I feel like if I have an audiobook to listen to while I do it, that's gonna be helpful. So let's give it a go. I'm done with the vacuuming now and I'm a sweaty mess, and my boyfriend got home. I've gotten some things done today at least. I did the laundry and went shopping and vacuumed and picked up things, random things that were, you know, around the house that were in the wrong place, and put them in the right place or threw them away or whatever needed to happen. And I did the package thing in the library and picked flowers. Now I want to take a shower, and then I probably need to eat something again, and then I would just like to read my book. I want to read Rabbit Hole and see where that is going. I haven't listened to Meet Me at the Crossroads at all while I was doing things because I was trying to film some things at the same time, and that was too much for me to think about. But I did the cleaning part, which was the most important part, and now I can, shower, eat, and probably get into bed and read for the rest of the evening, which would be a really nice reward after all of my hard work. It's a couple of days later and I'm back at the cabin. We came here yesterday to mow the lawn, and everything is just growing like crazy. The lawn was fine, like we cut it very short last time, and so even though it had been a couple of weeks, it wasn't too bad. But everything else is just like everything is so lush and green, which is lovely, but it's also like growing like crazy. So yeah, there's a lot of like maintenance to do with that. I don't think I'm going to be doing that today though, because it's a very hot day. It's like the first really warm day of the year, I would say. It's about 25 degrees Celsius, and I'm hot already. I'm not used to this kind of heat. I drove down here in our little car, and that has seen better days. The AC is not really working anymore. It's like there's a lot of blowing going on, but there's not a lot of cooling going on. So yeah, it's kind of a hot air oven kind of experience. And then I had to carry everything in here, like my bags and water and stuff like that. And I've put sunscreen on, and so now I'm just like trying to cool down a little bit before going out into the garden to read, because inside it's like 18 degrees, and so that's my mission, to keep it that way because it's really nice and cool in here. I brought my current book to read, which is Rabbit Hole by Kate Brody. Still enjoying this, and I'm on page 230, so there's not as much like Reddit posts and things anymore. It's more like going out into the real world and doing stuff. But yeah, I'm still enjoying this. I'm very optimistic because I came here a bit earlier than usual and I'm staying here overnight and then tomorrow as well. So I thought I'm gonna fly through all of my books, and so I bought another one as backup in case I finish Rabbit Hole. And I decided to bring The Queens of Sarmiento Park, which is a book I bought recently and that I talked about in my recent book haul video, which I will link, you know. I'm really curious about this one, and it's not very long, and it would be a great read for Pride Month. And so yeah, I would also like to read The Transition Baby, but I've had it on my TBRs April, May, and now June, and so the excitement is kind of wearing off. I still want to read it, but I want to be excited about reading it when I do. So this one I am excited about, and it's, you know, would also go great for Pride Month. So this is the one I decided to bring, and also it's like little, so it didn't weigh too much. I don't want to pack too much stuff going here for just a couple of days. I'm gonna pack a little tray to bring with me, and then I'm just gonna sit and read, which is gonna be really lovely. Quick update on the roof over our porch. It is now finally fixed. We also got gutters installed. We needed some new hooks to attach them, but we could use the old gutters. So yeah, very happy about that. So it's the next day, and it's even hotter today than it was yesterday, but a bit more cloudy. So yeah, it's really nice here. And I've had a lovely morning. It's about noonish now, I think. And I've had some breakfast, and now I have this big thing of coffee. And I keep watching over there because we have these little birdhouses on one of the buildings, or on two of them, but the one I'm watching is over there. I noticed that there was a chick like poking his head out of the little hole because, you know, the bird parents are flying in and out to feed them. But today was the first time I noticed like a chick looking out. So I set up the camera just to see if I could catch the feeding part on video. And I think I happened to catch the first chick leaving the nest and like flying out. And then I've just been sitting here and watching the rest of the chicks. I seen 4 fly out, and then I saw a 5th little chick poke its head out. Right now I can't see any, so I don't know if I missed the 5th one. I can't hear anything, and I think the fewer chicks are left in the nest, the quicker they leave, because you know, they don't want to be the ones left behind. So I think that number 5 might have flown out very soon after number 4, and so I might have missed it because I had to go get one of these things because there was a big I don't know, horsefly or something that was flying around me and wanting to bite me, and I didn't want that to happen. So I went and armed myself. Anyways, that's what's been happening here this morning. It's been very eventful and very wholesome and lovely, and just amazing to sit and watch little bird chicks leave the nest. It's really cool. The first one just flew out. Like, the parents showed him what to do and like where to go. And then he followed, and he went and sat in one of the gutters on the other outbuilding. He just kind of crash landed into there. So I just heard him scratching around in there, and then he came up and sat on the edge, and then he flew off and into the forest. And yeah, I just think it's really cool. No, there is number 5 in there. Yesterday I was sitting here just reading and relaxing and having a very good time. I was reading Rabbit Hole, so only about 70 pages or so to go. And I'm still enjoying it. It's not the strongest like character-wise, and I don't know if it's the strongest plot-wise either. Like, it's entertaining enough and engaging enough, and it keeps moving forward, and I like that for me right now. Come on, number 5, you can do it. Oh yeah, I have listened a little bit more to Meet Me at the Crossroads by Megan Giddings, which was going to be my book for the twin prompt on the Savage Reads the Savage prompts, but I don't know if I am enjoying it that much, so I don't think I'm going to be continuing that. There's nothing necessarily bad about it. I'm just not hooked or interested yet, and I think I've listened to like a couple of hours and I'm still not connecting with any of the characters. I'm not connecting with the plot. I'm not really sure where it's going. It seems to be going a little bit all over the place, and I'm just not, I don't have the patience for that right now. And half of the time they're like talking about another character and what they did when they were 17, and it's just, I don't care about that. I want to follow the sisters, Olivia and Ayana, and the disappearance of one of them and the mystery, all of that was promised. Like, that hasn't really happened yet, so it's very unclear, and I don't have the patience for that. So now I need a new book for the twin prompt, and I'm thinking I might try Julie Chen is Dead. It's kind of a social media fake identity kind of story. Oh, but I don't think I'm going to listen to that right now because I have several other books that I want to get to this month, and I wanted to read something for Pride Month and also historical fiction readathon, which I haven't really gotten to yet. But yeah, I'm just not trying to stress about it, but it's like halfway through the month now, so I've started Great Black Hope today by Rob Franklin, and I'm enjoying that so far. I'm not very far into it. The language is a bit, it's using not necessarily big words, but like it's a lot of intention behind each little expression. The writing could flow a little easier. What else? Oh, and I had the cutest little visitor yesterday. I was sitting out here reading for like 5 hours yesterday, which was glorious. I just looked up and there was a little cat strolling into my garden, and we looked at each other and I said, hi. And he said, hi. And he came over and wanted to cuddle for a little bit and say hello, which was really lovely because that doesn't usually happen here. Our neighbors have a bunch of cats, or they have had cats. I haven't seen any of them around lately. Now they have a dog, I think, so I don't know what's happening there. Their cats have always been super scared. Like as soon as they see you, they just take off. And this one was just like, oh, hi. Just came right up to me. And then he went off and sat right beneath the birdhouse. But I think he was like just hunting for mice or whatever, because those are definitely here as well. And yeah, and then he was just lying on the water, on the well lid, because I guess that was like warm from the sun all day. And so yeah, he was just there and having a good old time. And yeah, that was really lovely. I think that's all I have to report for now. I'm going to keep reading Rabbit Hole for a while, and hopefully I can finish it today. I have about 70 pages left, so I think that's doable. I don't want to rush through the ending just to finish the book, but it would be nice to finish a book soon and get into something new. I have the Queens of Sarmiento Park inside waiting for me, and I'm very curious to get to that one. And I would like to get started on something else for either Pride or historical fiction readathon, just to, you know, get into that, because we're halfway through the month already. So it's about that time. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading this and sipping on my coffee and having a great time.